I've never watched any theory videos on this show, so this video could be completely unoriginal. But, ever heard of Black Mirror? In Black Mirror Series 4 Episode 1, USS Callister. Spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Robert Daly, the creator of a virtual reality game that you plug right into your brain, is revealed to have uploaded digital copies of his co-workers into his own private computer, so he can lord over them for the rest of his life.
Daly's created an identical digital version of you, of all of us. From your DNA, he'll have harvested it somehow.
He put you inside his computer and bam, a copy of you.
A digital clone.
In the pilot episode of The Amazing Digital Circus, Kane the AI ringmaster says this.
Nobody can remember their name once they enter the digital circus. One of the few things I don't have control over are your minds.
2 episodes later, this happens. Then in the next episode,
Give me a whiskey sour, but hold the egg white, since I'm a vegan. What? I hate this! How is this even possible? I thought Kane couldn't...
So, clearly he's lying, but how would an AI whose power is confined to the code in a video game be able to pull any of this with the complex minds of humans? You can see where this is going. These aren't real players, and no, this isn't a Jax Gangle NPC Do Re Mi 1 2 3 theory. I am saying however that these guys are no more human than the NPCs in their adventures. They are digital copies of their human counterparts.
How'd you end up here?
Well, I sometimes got bored of things, and I would seek out mild thrills, like exploring abandoned buildings.
So, human Pomni walks into this abandoned building, puts on a VR headset. Cuss, what's the worst that could happen? We have no idea what human Pomni sees, but eventually she takes it off, unwittingly resigning a copy of her consciousness to the fate we see in the series. With these players simply being copies made of code rather than actual humans with a physical brain outside of the game, Kane can do whatever he likes, when he likes. That's the basics of this theory. I'm pretty confident in saying this is a plausible ending for TADC. Here are some things I can't say for sure, but would make sense in the context of all this. 1. Kinga didn't go crazy when his wife abstracted. Instead, he realized what he was and the reality was too much for him to bear. Of course no one else knows what he's discovered, because of the memory loss that came with his mental breakdown. Or, since he's implied to be a developer on this game.
7 years of computer science for this, huh?
He altered his code somehow to make himself forget. 2. Kane knows what they are, just based on the exit subplot from the pilot.
Was that an exit door I saw out there? Is that a way to leave?
I assure you, there is no magical exit door. You're probably just experiencing digital hallucinations from your mind's transition to the digital plane.
I swear I saw it.
Digital hallucinations! I do have to apologize for lying about the exit. I knew how much all of you have been wanting there to be one, but, I was having so much trouble figuring out what to put on the other side and ended up never quite finishing it. And you know how I never like letting people see my unfinished work, especially if it leads you out into the void.
I believe he was trying to make an entire digital recreation of the human world, but his understanding of it starts and ends with the office building his game is stuck in. You know, the abandoned building of the company that made the amazing digital circus, C&A. Perhaps this game was still in the test stages and never made it to release. 3. Kane will be defeated at the hands of an AI uprising. Okay, you got me. This has nothing to do with the previous theory, but based on what went down in episode 5, I don't think Gumigu was the first NPC to become self-aware. And this mannequin is likely one of said NPCs. It's pretty clear that Kane is the antagonist here. Not just to the players, but the NPCs, whether they are aware of it or not. He's a buggy AI with an unreliable memory who could do God knows what to them at a snap of his fingers. Also he said this.
Are you hearing this, Bubble? The Toy Box character wants us to leave the other intelligent AIs to run for a prolonged period of time.
Disgusting!
So, he's apprehensive about his NPCs having free will for some reason. My guess is he doesn't want them becoming aware like him. Also, I can't say for sure because they all look the same, but I believe we've seen this guy before, and not just watching the characters in the background, in full view. Remember Dr. Football? He doesn't seem very happy that Pomni found him. Perhaps he's scared that Pomni might tell Kane what she found? This is definitely the hypothetical with the least evidence, but if it happens, it would be really funny. So anyway, if my first theory doesn't become true by the series end, I'll finally watch Murder Drones.